I didn't realize the first episode already came out. Yes, it did. It came out earlier this week, but I didn't want to do it during the week for a couple of reasons. A lot of people would miss it. Kind of throws off the balance. It came out on Tuesday after Anime Monday. So I didn't want to do a Tuesday, Wednesday thing where only half the people can do it. So I just figured let's just do it on the Friday when we have a live stream anyway. So, people can watch it, I like the vibe of a community thing, you know what I mean? It's not just about me watching, and I also want to have a good discussion, and that means I want to make sure as many people as possible are able to watch. So I'm hoping people got the memo in Discord, on YouTube, on Twitter, that we're going to watch it on Friday. So if you're watching this, awesome. If you're watching the VOD, that's cool, but try to catch us live if you can. And of course, the YouTube video is going to come out shortly after, hopefully, pending copyright, of course, because, copyright. We did watch the dub for season 1, 2, 3, which made it easy to get the sound on YouTube. But given that it's the Japanese audio, there is a good chance that it won't make it with audio to YouTube. So if you're probably watching on YouTube, chances are you have to read the subtitles without actually listening to the audio. That's not on me. That's because Japan just claims everything. By which I mean they even claim background noises. So occasionally I'll get copyright claims for background noise that's been used in 50 things, like generic background noise. It drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. It drives me nuts. Ah, such good music. All right, we got 20 people. Don't forget to put the chat on sub only. Yes, yes, yes. The chat's going on sub only because I was editing Overlord for YouTube. And every second episode was just talking about people spoiling it. So, guys, it's going on sub-only mode. People that are not subbed can still chat by redeeming the chat in sub mode little perk with the mono coins. But it takes about 15 minutes to get enough coins the first time you're watching in order to do that. But, hey, it beats having to deal with spoilers. So, mods, if you do see any spoilers, kick the person and tell them not to spoil, to read the title of the stream, which clearly says no spoilers. And if they do it again, permanently ban them. No more ifs and buts. 4 seasons into the anime, people should know about it. If they want to be dicks about it, they can go be dicks somewhere else. It's that simple. Let's not deal with that anymore. We've had multiple spoils happen for one reason or another, which just sucks. But, yeah, no. You know. Alright, Japanese. Of course it's only Japanese. Oh, such good music. Alright. Going back to last season, let me just see if I can really quickly remember. And thank you, Moo. Thank you. Going really quickly back to last season. AINZ got his Guinness Book of Records for summoning the most Yag Shib Nigarath goats, goat with 1,000 eyes and 1,000 young, South Park, awesome. He did his dual PvP with, who didn't want to be raised from the dead, so AINZ just popped his cooldowns and popped all of his cooldowns, and he did that. He overtook the capital. What was his name? Gilgamesh is basically shitting in his pants. His wizard is basically working for AINZ now because, he literally dropped his jaw as soon as he saw AINZ take off his ring and basically, unleash his spiritual pressure. So, he's basically simping for Bone Daddy. I mean, as always, Nazarick is just being typical Nazarick, overpowered as all shit. And yeah, so that's where we were last time. I think I remember it. Goblin army and everything, all that good stuff. I kind of pretty much remember where we're at. I'm kind of more so excited to see, one, what happens in the kingdom, because we have several factions vying for power. 2, I want to see what AINZ does with it, because he's definitely been playing around a little bit. He's definitely been spreading the influence of Nazarick considerably in multiple directions, with the, do I call them lizard people or the alligator people? I think they call the lizard people. And all the other sort of areas in the outskirts of Nazarick. Then he sort of engaged in an actual open battle if you want to call that a battle, that was just, AINZ showing off. But okay, technically a battle. More like a slaughter. Like kids just stepping on ants sort of thing. Splat, splat, splatity, splat. But I really want to see what's going to go with that. I really liked that characters got a little bit of time to show who they are. It's not all about AINZ being AINZ. The different characters and parts of Nazare got a few episodes each. There's a few characters that I like, a few characters that we haven't actually seen much of yet or explored. But that being said, 12 episode seasons are really short. So I would have hoped they would have given season 4 24 episodes, but they gave 12 episodes and a movie. And the movie, probably 2 hours, is a couple of episodes worth. So it's probably like worth another season. But honestly, 24 episode season would have probably been better. But at the same time, I have been linked the audiobooks for Overlords of the light novels. So if you guys do end up voting in the light novels, we can have like a let's listen. But you guys are going to have to vote that one in, which is available whenever we finish an anime series, which isn't too far away, all things considered, since we're almost done with season 1 of Avatar that only has 3 seasons. We have Konosuba coming up, which is only 10 episodes a season, 2 seasons, which is 20 episodes plus 2 OVAs and I believe a movie. And then we've got, what was it called? I can't pronounce his name to save my life. Let me take a look really quickly. Voting Chambers, I can't pronounce it. Jujutsu Kaisen, which I believe is only 1 season. So as soon as one of those finishes, you're going to be able to vote in another anime or even potentially the Overlord light novels. So go for it if you want to. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much where I'm at. The movie makes sense because it works better as a movie rather than on a 12 episode experience based on the source material. I'll have to take your word on that one because I obviously haven't read it. Probably. I mean, I would prefer for it to release it in one go instead of 1 episode at a time, but I can see pros and cons both ways. One, anticipation and enjoyment, but the other one, sometimes it just works better as the whole thing at once. And I'm thinking of Tanya the Evil here, right? If we were watching the Tanya the Evil movie as a season, the pacing would feel a little bit choppy. Whereas the movie itself was in one chunk, in one go, it made sense. Here's the start, here's the stop. Watch the whole thing as a gauntlet and enjoy. And awesome. But if they ended up chopping it up into multiple episodes, it would kind of feel like what happened in Dragon Ball Z on the Namek arc, where Goku was fighting Frieza. You get a Guinness Book of Record for the world's longest anime fight that lasted 5 minutes. And it was like, 12 or 20 episodes or something like that. And it felt so long because the episodes were 20 minutes at a time. You had about 30 seconds of previously on Dragon Ball Z. And the last 30 seconds was, will Goku summon enough power to defeat Frieza? Find out next week, sort of thing. So, yeah, I see the pros and cons both ways. Whereas in like season 1, 2, and some parts of 3 of Overlord, it made more sense to have it in an episodic sequence because what was going on doesn't last longer than, 40 minutes, right? So if you had the whole season as a movie, or like 6 episodes as a movie, it might feel weird because multiple things are happening. So I kind of see the pros and cons of it going both ways. But I also know at the same time that the anime itself has to gloss over a lot of source material because you can't put everything in the series. And, like a lot of people do, they'll probably pitch for a 24 episode season. They'll only get 12 episodes, 13 if they're lucky. And they're like, cool, we like your idea, cut half of it. That's all you're getting budget wise. So it's kind of, I get it. A light novel is better because of how much detail the anime, important detail. But yes, the light novels are just better because of how much has to skip. Yeah, and that's kind of also the case in movies as well. Novelizations of the movie typically have a lot of details that would have enriched the experience tenfold had it been there. And, I could probably like pick up the novelization of Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith and just point at one scene and you would see the difference. But like, you can't. But I get it. Pros and cons. But personally, I was kind of hoping that Overlord would get 24 episodes in a season just because of the popularity, but it didn't happen. So, here we are. Here we are. Not really. It just has a really long cast time, and when it hit, it is cancelled. So it's not really usable in PvP. And it also has a 24-hour cooldown. Sorry, what? What were we talking about? Well, the instant death spell that bypasses all the restriction from AINZ is very rare. He got it basically by accident because of his class, and the spell has also a lot of restrictions with it, so using it in PvP is not really useful. Are we talking about the spell that he used against Shout here? Because from my understanding, he had to be in the precise set of circumstances in order to be able to cast it without it being cancelled. So he basically had to reduce her weakness to instant kill by casting multiple other spells. Then he had to buff himself in a certain way. Then he also had to wait till her mana or MP or whatever you want to call it was 0, so she had to rely on melee attacks. And then he needed to, put up his shield so that basically the melee attack wouldn't work. So, yeah, you could use it, but it's really easy to counter. But then at the same time, if you're stupid enough to leave that guy in the corner that's casting a really long cast time instant kill spell and let him finish the cast, you don't deserve to be in PvP. Just saying. So it kind of makes sense. But anyway, this way or another way, it was entertaining. I know anime is a commercial for the light novels and all that other stuff. It's never going to be a perfect adaptation, unfortunately. But look, here's to hoping, right? Here's to hoping. Talking about his PvP against the end of Season 3. Yeah, I'll be honest. When it said PvP, when I saw the episode list when I downloaded it, and I saw PvP, I was like, oh shit, this season's gonna be good. And then at the start of Season 3, you had that girl with the black and white hair playing with the Rubik's Cube, talking about, other people, and I was like, shit, that's a Rubik's Cube. Shit, they're talking about other people. Fuck, there's other people here. You know what I mean? And then the last episode is like, PvP, and I'm like, oh, but no. So, damn it. But that was just me. Why is my chat in sub-only mode? Because people spoil and don't read the title that says first time watching, no spoilers. But I'm glad that you could see that you can also message in sub-only chat using the coins. So awesome for paying attention. But yeah, that's why. Because when I was editing the anime for YouTube, every second episode was me talking about people not to spoil. So basically, those people fucked it for everyone else. So Overlord has to stay in sub-only mode because those assholes ruined it for everyone. So apologies, guys, but the assholes ruined it. All right, let's kick it off. Episode 1 of Season 4 of Overlord. Well, that didn't bloody take long. You see, at the back of my mind, I was wondering, how long is it going to take for Albedo to do something, sexual? And we're 5 seconds in. I think that's a new fucking record. That is literally... Does that mean I can spoil in sub-only chat? No. If you spoil in sub-only chat, you get banned permanently and you never get to speak again. By all means, try. Speaking of which, I'm going to stop reading chat now till the end of the episode. Thanks for the reminder. Alright, Albedo, you and your bloody body pillows. I still remember that scene. Oh, God. I heard she got sent to the dungeon for it. She got in trouble for it. She got sent to the dungeon for a week or something. But anyway. Oh, God. Anyway, let's go. Lucky Hutchins night. Is the speaker off? Yeah, the speaker is off. Hutchins Japanese, so I don't want her to hear moaning and talking about Bone Daddy and stuff. She's just going to walk in here and say, what are you watching? I'm like, Hutchin, it's just an anime. It's like, that doesn't look like an anime. But anyways, we should get her to watch Overlord. She'll have a lot of fun. Of course she has it on the wedding ring. I sometimes wonder, you know how VAs have to get into the character that they're playing in order to sound like the character and conduct themselves as the character? It's method acting. They basically know what the character would say because they are in the mindset of the character. Now imagine you're voicing a character like Albedo. I'm just trying to imagine the psychological process of getting into character and then making those noises, because I could hear throughout that scene that she was really close to the microphone. And I'm like, how did you get to that? Like, you know, how'd you get there? How'd you get to that point? Like, are you literally holding a pillow and hugging it? Or are you, like, holding a dog or something and imagining that, like, to get into character of someone like that, what did you have to... What are you basing this on? What is your research material? And I'm like, you know what? I probably shouldn't ask those questions. Maybe I don't want the answer to them, but I'm just sort of wondering at the back of my mind. Because I remember when we did theater back in high school, when we were doing Shakespeare and stuff, and we had to research what would this character do, what would that character do. It was a lot of fun, particularly at NIDA. But, like, holy crap, some of the sounds that they're making, it's almost like they're literally, like, at your ear. I don't know. I don't fucking understand Japanese girls and the whole ear thing. I don't get it. Whatever. Maybe because I'm European. Jay Leto, didn't he, like, pee in jars and send them to other cast members? Like, whatever. AINZ Golden Nation of Leading Darkness. You know what really fucked me? Sorry to keep pausing this. As soon as I look at this girl, you know what I'm reminded of? Remember that girl that basically tried to raid the tomb? They got to fight AINZ and, you know, she was... Basically, her face was taken and her vocal cords were taken and all that good stuff. Her two sisters from the parents that were deeply indebted, and then I think it was either in the Discord chat or something like that, that the parents ended up selling their two daughters to slavery, where they basically died. And also the girl that I forgot his name, but you know, the guy with the gray hair, where the difference between us is this big, whereas that is like the universe itself. You know what, let's not go in there. Just thinking, this is a fucking dark anime. You see, the anime hides how dark this story is. Like, Sebas, thank you. Sebas, awesome guy. The anime is so deceptive. You think like, oh crap, that's dark. And then you hear what's actually happening behind the scenes, and you go, holy, you know, like... Anyways, I don't know. You guys probably already know this. I'm just time and time again just going, holy crap. Does this guy even sleep, though? The light novels don't hold back nearly as much, and he's reading a book. That is so cute. He's like lying down on his bed like a schoolgirl in love with senpai reading a novel. So cute. And he's hiding it under his pillow. Wait, so did she just, like, literally sit there all night just watching him in case he needed something? He doesn't even sleep, though. But anyway. Isn't he, like, in charge? Can't he just tell them to, you know, like, F off? Or, like, stand outside the door? I mean... so he puts a fake under the pillow and the real one in his void dimension. So if someone does sneak into the room, they'll assume that they found the real thing. Clever boy. Someone's been watching Death Note. They'd say you're a communist. Has anyone noticed that most of the maids are all female? Get more of the butlers, man. Sebas is a G. Comrades, yeah, he's a communist. Wait, they dress you? I mean, you know what I actually found fascinating? That some kings literally had people, well, most kings, that would wipe their ass. They would not Like, these people were fucking useless. They couldn't even wipe their own ass. They couldn't even dress them. They didn't even cut their own food. All I'm like, imagine how useless you would be. No wonder monarchs and monarchies just fell apart when they were so useless. I mean, what happened back in the day where kings used to ride at front of, in the front lines, stand next to their men? I'm talking about real kings like King Leonidas. The G's. What happened? Now we got these little princes getting married with B-list Hollywood actresses that have already been divorced and talking in an Oprah. I mean, what the fuck is that? And then the other prince, like, Queen Elizabeth's favorite, diddling a 15-year-old girl. Where's the criminal prosecution? Oh, wait, rules for thee, but not for me. Yeah. And then the one princess that was actually legitimate, they killed her. Fuck this. At a certain point, I mean, maybe the French did have the right idea. Get that guillotine. What are you wearing? Isn't that supposed to, like, lower his human emotions or something? Is he feeling embarrassed? I don't even want to ask what this thing does. You know what? I don't even want to fucking know. After that cockroach episode, I don't want to know. At least it's a vegetarian. Thank God. This is like the weirdest... I can't even. I'm sorry. This is just ridiculous. I can't take you seriously. Fun fact, and like I keep doing this, so I apologize for people that are not interested. Putin's morning ritual. He gets up at about 10, 11. He goes for a swim for an hour. Then he works out at the gym. Then at about 12, he has breakfast, has a shower. Then he drives to the office. His appointment started about 1:30. Between 1 to 1:30, he gets 3 folders. One is for his internal team that basically monitors everything that happens within Russia, gives him a daily update. The external team, which gives them an update of everything that happens external to Russia. And a third one, which is, miscellaneous economics and all that sort of stuff. He reads that for about 30 minutes, and then he starts his first appointment at like 1:30. Meanwhile, the people that actually want to see him get there at about 11. So this guy's just swimming in the pool and pumping iron while they're waiting for him. AINZ has 6 folders. Oh yeah, he's just doing a Joe Biden. I can't understand any of it. Approved. I don't know what I'm signing. Approved. I swear one of them has something about him getting married to Albedo. Oh no! You are playing with fire, my friend. I love that he's sneaking in his own ideas. Oh my god. I wonder who wanted this. I wonder who has a thing for uniforms, particularly ones from the 1930s. Is it just me, or is AINZ now Santa Claus? AINZ is fucking Santa Claus! Wait, he can still smell even without a nose? Okay. Red flags. See, first it was shouted, now it like, oh my god. See, this is the really important part about not letting people cut you off from your external frame of reference. Whenever someone is trying to separate you from your social circle, they may consciously or subconsciously be trying to separate you from other people so that they can control you by controlling your frame, the way you view the situation in society. It's very important not to let that happen. If you lose your external frame of reference, you're basically fucked. You're operating without a compass. You don't know where you're going or what you're doing. You lose your grip of reality. It's incredibly dangerous. And unfortunately, this happens to a lot of inexperienced rulers. They just basically get tricked and manipulated by whoever their advisors are. I love how AINZ has absolutely no fucking idea what's going on. He has no idea. Oh, God. Wait, is AINZ getting sanctioned just like Russia? AINZ got sanctioned. What? Is he creating the goods himself? Because that's a scary concept. It's like, my liege, we are out of goods, but we have a lot of people. May I suggest something? Sure thing. 2 days later. What's going on? There's no people. Ah, but we have lots of goods. Oh god, here comes the German. I'm gonna have to see all the scenes with him in dub when it comes out. He's skidding by the skin of his butt so much, that's why he really became a skeleton. Yeah, it's like me at my job. My manager's already talking about promoting me, and I'm just eternally screaming, ah! I'm very scared to hear what's his name, Pandora's actor's ID on how to improve the kingdom. That could get us cancelled, especially the one involving trains. Heinz, get the Flammenwaffe! Hey, it's better than the idea for everyone to dress as cat maids. I mean, shit. Ha! Hemsky! Love him. I'm sorry, I was half expecting him to hail a cab. You see, AINZ is very lucky that he doesn't have any skin. Otherwise, his facial expressions would just give him away. He's very lucky he doesn't have eyebrows or eyelids or anything. Oh, right. Is this for the thing that he did in the, like, Chibi series where he got one of those items that changed people or something? That was pretty funny. Why do I feel that there's gonna be a coup d'etat at some point? But there's a fucking maid right there! Like, there's a serious breach of security here. The maids know everything. Cut out their tongues. The maid has a name? What kind of evil empire are you running here? Well, this is going to be weird. At what point is he going to start calling him Daddy? The fucking maid. Wait. What the fuck? Was that the fucking plant? Oh, that copies his vocal cord? Where the hell was that? I just saw like a little thing here. Is that the plant? Interesting how his voice changes. You see, I actually quite like this. He knows his name and he's pleasantly surprised. One little trick I like to do with people that I haven't met or that I'm trying to get their attention, it's I ask people that know them what their coffee order is at work. That way, when I meet them, I order their favorite coffee and they automatically assume that either one, I've done my research, or two, that they've already drunk coffee with me before and I was paying attention. Those little subtle things are very nice. See, if this was Pandora's actor, he would just say that no, elves and half elves are not technically people, so they don't count. And everyone would just be like, oh my god. See, this is why I'm scared of him, like, providing any recommendations on how to improve Nazarick. It gets cancelled so quickly. I mean, he has a point. Is like all these creatures might be viewed as lesser in your eyes because they're not human, but to me, you're all the same because I'm one tier above that. Because one, we don't age. Two, we're not going to die from all those things. Three, we're extra durable. So to us, you all look the same anyway. It's just like a pyramid structure. One, two, four, whatever, so on and so forth. It's like society. It's a pyramid scheme. A paid scouting force. I'm sorry, but I'm half waiting for AINZ to declare the Fourth Shinobi War or something. Is it just me? Oh shit, new song. This just sounds like slavery with extra steps. This just sounds like slavery with extra steps. I can see why he changed his uniform to red. He's like, I will see a utopia. He's like, yes, my communist utopia. I'm sorry, I just love this anime. I just love it. I love where it's going. I love where it's going. I love it. I love it. I love it. I like it. I like it. It's changing it around. Of course something's gonna hit the gears. Like, something's just gonna hit the gears. Watch. Something's gonna happen. There's gonna be an uprising. There's gonna be a plot. There's gonna be something. There's always gonna be something. I mean, like, when people are cornered, they do irrational things. When they are desperate, when you corner an animal, they are unbelievably aggressive and dangerous. So something will happen, and a wild Hutchin appears, and she's like, it's my time, 5:30, Hutchin Arcane time. So we're going to play a quick song while I set up Arcane for Hutchin, and we're going to kick it off. So guys, quick little 3-minute break, and we're going to watch Arcane with Hutchin. We're going to restart the stream at the end of the song, so quick little 3 minutes for me to set up the room with Hutchin. Please enjoy the music. Where is my Arcane playlist? God damn it, what's my... You see, like, I am using Spotify here. It's not in alphabetical order. It's not in order in which I created the playlists. How does... Spotify, how do you even work? Like, what? I can't believe people pay for this shit. It doesn't even have playlists in alphabetical order. It is the worst thing ever. Honestly, I would just send the entire company to a gulag. Or maybe they're already in a gulag. I don't know. It's just absolutely nuts. I'm dying here. If I don't find it... Oh, jeboti bog. Ma jebi se tri pičke materine. Okay, fine. There's an album here called Arcane. Good enough. Good enough. Quick little break. Be back in 3 minutes with Arcane with Hutchin. We're going to watch episode 2 next week as always. I'll try to get this up on Patreon ASAP. We'll see what happens with YouTube. Quick little break. Quick little break.
Hey, did I hand you a shrinking potion by accident? I could have sworn that was the gender swapping one.
Don't be hating. She's fun size, that's all. She doesn't even have to get on her knees to blow.
You want to add anything to that conversation?
Nope, I'm good. In fact, I think your new size makes you an even more formidable and stealthy ninja.